that, hey, there's a different style of wrestling out there that you can watch. How do you feel that you've helped impact the viewing audience by highlighting the Japanese style of wrestling?
I saw a very unique opportunity, and as a wrestling fan, I relished the opportunity because it was going to be a business opportunity, but it would also involve a lot of time. And now we've built it up, and it's a real thing. But to me, I saw multiple opportunities for the wrestling fans. First of all, before I get to the aspect of what New Japan Pro Wrestling was doing, that we're talking about this great era of New Japan Pro Wrestling, you were there in really formative years. It grew and it grew. And in 2018, this is several years after New Japan Pro Wrestling had ushered in these exciting new stars. It's not long after the match you just referenced with Omega and Okada, who by this point had built up what I thought was the most exciting wrestling rivalry in the world. Yeah. On April 6, 2018, I was in Beverly Hills, California. Do you know this story?
No.
Okay, so it's good. So somebody watching might know this, but it's good to retell. So I was at a party in Beverly Hills, April 6th of 2018, and I saw two opportunities converge at the same time. There's a very exciting brand of wrestling. We're talking about Kenny Omega. There had just recently been Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, which had done huge business for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I saw the subscriptions go way up for Wrestle Kingdom. And they put on such an exciting product. And you have these great matches. Not only Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho at the top of the card, but throughout New Japan Pro Wrestling, they had tremendous stars. I saw Hangman Page as a big star for the future. Young Bucks versus Trent and Rocky, absolutely fantastic stuff in the tag team division. Just a really great opportunity. And I saw a chance to bring, at that time, the members of the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes and Hangman Page, and also Chris Jericho, and have all these great stars. What I didn't expect is that Jon Moxley would become available. But I saw an opportunity, knowing that a lot of the top stars' contracts, just from being a wrestling fan who followed the news in 2018, I knew that at the start of 2019, a lot of the top stars' contracts with Ring of Honor and New Japan were going to expire. So there would be an opportunity for somebody. I hadn't planned for it to be me, but I walked into this party and I saw somebody I knew, the president of TBS and TNT at the time, Kevin Reilly, and it all kind of a light bulb went off as I saw Kevin. And I knew that pro wrestling TV rights were getting very big, and that now, for the first time, the economics of wrestling in 2018 are looking different than ever before, where the TV show is what's going to pay the wrestlers' salaries and pay the cost of a wrestling company. It had never been that way before, and the TV show is now going to be the economic driver. And there's this vacancy. We grew up on wrestling on TBS and TNT, so many people, and there's this opportunity. There's no wrestling at that point on TBS or TNT, and it, to me, all came together to create this perfect opportunity for AEW to feature a brand of wrestling, a style of wrestling, and bring in top stars from Japan, who many of them were North American wrestlers who had broken out and done such exciting things in Japan. And I knew there would be a great business opportunity here. And I got TBS and TNT very excited about it. And here we are. And now we've become the longest running primetime pro wrestling show ever on TBS and TNT with Wednesday Night Dynamite. At the beginning of this, I couldn't even begin to dream that we would be sitting here. And now we've had Dynamite on, and we've done, I think now, over 40 episodes of Dynamite, more than what Nitro did. We're up, we just had episode 330 of Dynamite. We've had over 130 episodes of Collision now. And, it's a really incredible thing, but that's how the opportunity came about. So it's a style of wrestling that I wanted to bring, and a place that I wanted to bring it, which is TBS and TNT. And I knew that wrestling fans love watching wrestling on TBS and TNT. Just when the NFL came back to CBS and when we brought football back to NBC, it worked perfectly. And now NBA on NBC, these networks and these sports fit together so well. I really believe that pro wrestling belongs on TBS and TNT, so it's very fitting that we get to do it there.
Yeah, that's a very rich tradition and history.
Yeah. And so the idea, like you said, of the style of wrestling and what we want to present, I think that we brought so many of the top wrestlers, and now I don't think there's any kind of gap between how hard people wrestle on American television versus anywhere else in the world. I think people are wrestling really hard on American TV, and AEW is a huge part of that.
So Tony, MVP normally gives me homework to check out matches from the past. So I've written down Omega Okada 1.
Yes.
Yeah. I need to watch that.
Please.
That's when you all must go and find that match and watch that match. It is one of the most exciting. I'm not even going to give you descriptions. Just go watch it and then come back and then leave your comments. You leave your impression in the comments.
It is something to me like when I watched The Godfather, and I think that this is so perfect, and I could watch this over.
Subscribe to Marking Out with MVP and Dwayne Swayze. New episodes drop every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern.